Let's get everybody in here. What's going on? We got the whole setup. Alrighty. Just waiting for everything. We're just about to get going, guys. Just waiting for everything to be good. Looks like everything is rolling. Alrighty. So, what is going on, guys? Dominic Wendell here. I just wanted to hop on live. I'm on Facebook right here. Then we got Instagram over here. I wanted to hop on, give some tips for home sellers selling in this crazy effing market right now. Is it still a good time to sell? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to let you know today. So, and we're gonna wait a little bit longer before we start. Got all my notes and everything right here. And then also for everybody that is tuning in, drop a comment of, um, what should we say? Sell. Say sell in the comments, and then I will be emailing everybody a free seller's guide that I made for myself to be able to get your home ready to be able to be put on the market and prepared to sell. So, alrighty, let's get started. So tips for home sellers in this crazy real estate market over here in Arizona. My name is Dominic Wendell. I'm a realtor here in Arizona. The market is still hot. Let me just tell you. Yes, interest rates have rose, but that means it took out a lot of the tire kickers. So now all of the buyers right now are high quality buyers. These people are ready to rock and roll. They got their financing all figured out. They got cash ready to go and buy. So, step number one, tip number one, depersonalize the home as much as possible. So, this means family pictures, this means sports teams, weird collections. Hey, I got them too, so don't worry about it. But make it look like you're walking into IKEA. That's the biggest thing is like you want to make it look like it is the most modern place, like it's the most plain Jane thing, but it's going to catch people's attention. Like when I walk into a house, I don't want to see a whole bunch of, like say you got a whole sports team that you don't like or something of that sort. I don't want to walk in and see that. I don't want to walk in and see people's family pictures and everything. You have a great looking family, but that's just not what I want to see when I'm trying to envision myself living in that home. So that's just tip number one. I'm going to try to bang out through these just so I don't keep you guys too long. But these are good. So write them down. And then I can also shoot all of these tips and everything to you as well in an email after you stay. Put in the comments, sell. Put it in the comments, and I will send you that home seller's guide. So, second, do your own research on previously sold properties. I think the biggest thing right now is everybody is seeing the massive price drops in Arizona, and everybody's like, "Oh, prices are dropping! Prices are dropping!" Prices are not dropping. It is all the unrealistic sellers that overprice the shit out of their property, and now they're actually having to come down on price because they're not getting any activity and they're actually coming back down to market value. That's all it is. They overpriced it, and now they're coming back down to what they're actually supposed to be priced at. So get that whole thought of, oh, the market's gonna crash, all of this stuff. It's not gonna crash. The whole reason the market crashed back in 08, 09 is because we had a lending issue. Anybody that could fog up a mirror was getting a pre-approval letter and being able to go buy a house. Now you have, credit checks that you have to make. You have to go back and get employment checks and all of that stuff. You have to have the income to be able to back it up. Like we are so far more advanced in technology now and making sure that everybody who is going to buy and who is trying to buy in this market is actually qualified to buy. So also for people who, say you're trying to sell this thing for sale by owner. I'm even talking to all of those people. I'm going to give you guys tips to be able to sell without a realtor. Is that my end goal? Yeah, I would love to be able to help you out. But if this is what you want to do and you want to try to sell it by yourself, go ahead. Use this information. This is what I got it here for. Go back to tax records. Go back and look at your whole neighborhood and look at your floor plan. Look at your bed, bath, and square footage. That's the biggest thing is look at those three things and make sure they're obviously comparable. So if you have a two-story house, don't be using a one-story house. It's the same square footage and all of that good stuff. Make sure they're two-story houses that are compared because that's the best and that's the closest comp that you're going to be able to get to it. But even go back on like Zillow, look at recently sold homes in your neighborhood just to get an idea of what your price or what your home is actually worth. Another way to be able to kind of have an idea of what you want your or to know what your home is actually worth is ask a realtor. These mofos do it for their living, like ask a professional about, yo, like, what do you think my home's worth? I mean, if you even mention selling your home to a realtor, they're going to be like, oh, your home's worth this, 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 and this. Just verbally vomit on you about all of the information that you need to know. So then you know it. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3, get a professional pictures done, people. Do not be taking pictures with your damn phone. Yes, I understand, you're trying to save money and everything, but don't be cheap. This is the largest investment you've made in your lifetime, more than often. So don't be cheap about it. You think a guy who has a Lamborghini is going to take a picture with his phone and try to sell it? No, he's going to get professional pictures done. He's going to get the best background done. He's going to get that edited all up so it makes it look nice and crispy. So don't be cheap when you try to do this stuff. Like, if you're going to do it, go all out on it. Like, that's my big thing. So that's tip number 3. Tip number 4, clean the property. Like, deep clean this SOB. It's just going to make it show a lot better. It's going to make the pictures turn out a lot better. You don't want to have little fuzz balls on the fan blades and all of that stuff. Like, get the windows clean, all of that stuff. Make sure you get the carpets clean. That's a big thing, especially if you have kids, pets, anything of that sort. Get that aroma out of there. Put air fresheners around the house. You want to make sure that you don't have any weird smells around the house. You want to make sure that it smells nice, homey, and inviting. That's the biggest thing. People don't really understand that when I walk into a house, the first thing that I'm going to think of if it smells weird is, do these people have pets? And if they do, I'm going to be looking for, pee stains. I'm going to be looking for whatever I can find. Even like the carpet being all torn up from cats, dogs, anything of that sort. You've got to worry about hair as well. That's another thing. Maybe people are allergic. That's a big thing to think about is, hey, maybe my potential buyer is allergic to cats or dogs. Maybe I don't want to have dog hair all this damn fly. Maybe I don't want to have dog or cat hair everywhere and cause that to be the whole reason that, they don't buy the house or something. That would be a really shitty way to lose a deal. So get professional cleaning done, like deep clean it. And I promise you that'll make a world of a difference in pictures and in showings. People will appreciate that. So that's tip number 4. Tip number 5, hold open houses. Literally hold them every weekend. I think that's the biggest thing right now, especially with COVID kind of vanishing as it is. Hold open houses. People want to go see the place. People want to be invited to the place. That's the biggest thing right now is just making sure that you can go see it. Make it presentable. Get people to meet you. I think that's the biggest thing is build relationships with the buyers as well and let them know everything you know about the property. That's going to make the transaction go so much smoother, especially if you're trying to hide something. That's going to literally, if you're trying to hide anything when you're trying to sell a property, I promise you it's going to come up and it's going to almost ruin the whole deal. So don't make that mistake. Just be completely transparent about people. And then more than often, things are going to work out and you're going to be able to negotiate those things down the road when that time does come. Also, post it all over Facebook pages. I think that's another huge thing, especially if you're trying to sell it for sale by owner or something. Post it all over Facebook pages. People, There are so many Facebook pages in Arizona that have like Facebook or real estate related Facebook pages in Arizona that have thousands of people, especially just even in your neighborhood, like posted all over your neighborhood and everything. That is a good way to be able to get a whole bunch of people to come and at least know, oh, Angie down the street is selling her house, and maybe we should go check out the open house. You got your nosy neighbors and everything that just want to see the inside of your house more than anything, but still, that's a good way to be able to market your property. And it's for free. That's another good part. So that's tip number 5. Tip number 6, blast that thing on TikTok and Instagram Reels. That is the number one way of getting organic activity on your property for free. I think that's honestly one of the best ways to probably get the most eyes on your property without having to directly be friends with people on Facebook and stuff, because it's going to get pushed out to whoever in the world may find this interesting. That's the thing. Make good videos, make quality videos, take good pictures, all of that stuff, and post it on TikTok and Instagram Reels. And I promise you, you can get shit. You might even be able to get like 10,000 plus views just from one video, and that's how you find your buyer. That's a great way to be able to find these people. So go all out on it. Like I said from the beginning, go all out when you do this stuff. You will thank yourself later, especially when you're under contract and you know the buyer, they know everything about the property, and you guys are just gonna have a smooth transaction. That's the thing. Smooth that bumpy ass road and pave it over with pavement, and then you're going to be driving on a smooth road. Like, it is going to make your life 10 times easier by just listening to these tips. So that's number 6, is just blasting it all over TikTok and IG Reels. Number 7, let your neighbors know. This is a huge one that a lot of people don't even understand how important it is. The first thing that I do when I'm listing a property is I am contacting the whole neighborhood, making sure that, maybe, Betty down the road has a cousin or a sister or a mom or a dad that wants to move into that neighborhood to be able to be closer to her family. Maybe your floor plan is the exact floor plan that they are looking for. Maybe Betty has a friend that has a big family and you have a big family house and you're trying to sell it, and they're trying to move into Betty's neighborhood because they know how good Betty's neighborhood is and it's very family friendly. That is a perfect recipe for you. That is a perfect buyer for you. So use that. Contact all your neighbors. Be like, hey, I'm trying to sell my house and everything. I hear a lot of people say, oh, I don't want my neighbors to know that I'm selling my house. I don't want to put a sign in my yard and all of that stuff. That's another thing. Put a sign in your yard. Make it known that you are selling your property. But let everybody in your neighborhood know that you're selling your property, because maybe they know a buyer. It doesn't matter who you know, it matters who they know. Remember that. So that's number 7. Number 8. This is huge, and a lot of people discredit real estate agents for their job. It's just like anything. When you are, like, if I go to McDonald's and I'm ordering, food or whatever, I know this is very outlandish, but you think I'm not going to pay them just because that they don't do their job or whatever it is? No, like, they get paid regardless. And it's because they do a high quality job at their job, Like, even if it's not super high quality, you get what you pay for. Sorry if that kind of offends you and everything, but think about it. Like, you think a doctor, just because he doesn't do his job at a high level, is still going to get paid? Yes, he's still going to get paid because he's showing up and doing the work. So why shouldn't a realtor get paid? That's the thing that I don't understand, is a lot of people think that realtors are kind of like these sleaze bags and all of this stuff. No, I promise you, realtors make your life 10 times easier if you would just listen to what they actually have to say. I mean, yes, you're going to get those sleaze bags every once in a while, but you want to make sure that you're also picking the person who has the best outcome for you, that is looking in your best interest. I think that's a huge thing that a lot of people don't look at is, oh, I'm going to use my family friend that doesn't know who, does real estate on the side and everything, and they don't do it full time. That's the mistake everybody makes is, oh, I'm going to use John because he got his real estate license 5 years ago and he still has it active and he's only sold a couple of houses. I had a past client of mine They let their family friend sell their house. They paid $30,000 in a seller's market. They paid $30,000 in repairs. Think about that. In a seller's market, when they could have literally said, no, we don't want to make any of those repairs, and could have still gone out with the transaction. But just because that realtor did it part time, he had no idea. He told them they have to do this, or else the buyer can like sue them or whatever he said. I can't even remember what the full story was. So make sure that you are doing your due diligence. Yes, I understand supporting family and everything, but this is also a business decision, and it's also playing with your money. If a family member costs you 30 grand, you're gonna be pretty pissed off. For me, yeah, I'll be pissed off, and I can promise you I'll never use them again. So just make sure that you're picking a high quality person to be able to do that. But offer a buyer's commission. That's the thing. When you are selling your house and you're selling it for sale by owner, offer a buyer's commission. Don't be cheap. Once again, just same thing with pictures. Don't be cheap with this shit. It is very, like, seriously, you want a high quality buyer that is gonna more than likely go through with the transaction. Offer a buyer's agent commission, and I promise you, you will see a world of a difference. And so that's tip number 8. Tip number 9, just get a real estate agent so you don't even have to deal with all of this headache of the list that I just went over. If I'm going to be completely honest, the thing that really just doesn't make sense to me is I looked up the average, like what's the average of a for sale by owner selling the same as a realtor representing a seller. A for sale by owner house sold is typically selling 26% less than a seller selling with a realtor. So say we're just throwing out random numbers. Say a for sale by owner sells their house at 217,000, and the realtor sells the seller's house at 295,000 or 295,500. That's $78,500 that the realtor made more than the for sale by owner, just because the for sale by owner doesn't want to have to pay a commission. Not only did they make them an additional 60 grand with a 6% commission, they are still making $60,000. The realtor is paying for themselves. So just think about the value that you are getting. For me, when I'm helping a seller, I pay for all my marketing on the property. I pay for all the pictures, everything. You guys don't have to pay for a thing. I'll even pay for the house to get cleaned. Like, that's the thing. Use your people to your advantage. Use the professional and let them do their job. That's the thing that I don't understand is, why are you trying to save money when you're losing money more than anything? Are you trying to gain money? Are you trying to make an additional 60 grand? Or are you trying to, sell your house by yourself because, oh, I'm Mr. Hotshot and I can sell my house and everything by myself? Listen, I'm not trying to be, a D-bag or anything of that sort. I'm just trying to make it very apparent that let professionals do their job. It's like going over and asking Jason Payne, oh, I think I'm going to just do my roof by myself, when this guy can do a 10 times or a million times better job than I ever could at, repairing my roof if that's what I needed done. I could pay him to do it, and I can also get a 10-year warranty on that as well. I mean, that's the best thing about it. And if you're not happy with your realtor, you also have the opportunity to back out of that listing contract. As long as you're not under contract or anything, I mean, you can cancel within any time. I mean, give the realtor, 10 to 15 days to be able to sell your property. If they don't do it, then go back to selling it for sale by owner. Just do all of these tips that I just gave you, and follow the seller's guide that I'll be sending out as well. Just do all of that, and you guys will be fine. But other than that, I just want to let everybody know I'm a realtor in Arizona. This is what I do for a living. I would love to help anybody and everybody that I can. I'm relationship based. My biggest thing about doing business is I'm relationships over transactions. I care more about your well-being than me making money. That's my honest thing. I'm not trying to BS you here or whatever. I firmly believe you help enough people get what they want, you're eventually going to get what you want. So that's just kind of my spiel. I hope you guys found these tips helpful at least. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. Like I said, drop a comment and put sell, and I will send you out a free home seller's guide to be able to, get your home prepared to be able to put on the market. If you guys have been thinking about it, whatever, follow these tips as well to just kind of get yourself prepared, and then just let me know if you guys have any questions. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. Go out there, do something amazing, get active, go for a walk. That's a big thing. I said it on my Instagram story this morning. I didn't want to get up this morning. I didn't want to get up and go for a walk because my legs were sore. But I knew I did the thing that I didn't want to do, and it was go on a walk because I knew that it was going to make my legs feel better. So do the things that you don't want to do. That's all I gotta say. But other than that, guys, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Dominic Wendell is out. Call me 308-352-8091. Deuces.